This week marks 75 years of the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation bringing radio to Canadians. In that time, people from across the country have been brought together on the airwaves. As Bob Nixon tells us, that has special significance for those who pioneered the broadcasts.
This is the remains of what was called a Royal Visit mic. There were about 200 of these produced for the CBC in 1938.
His name is Alf Spence. Born in 1925, he built his first crystal radio about the time the CBC was formed 75 years ago. He started working at the CBC in 1949.
When I joined the CBC, we already had two networks. There was the Dominion Network and the Trans-Canada Network, but no television.
Spence was an audio technician, the guy who made sure a celebrity like Bing Crosby sounded good on air. Ask him what he thinks about 75 years of the CBC. He's quick to answer.
I believe that the CBC is what held Canada together. I think that it helped Canada to build itself.
Even though he retired almost 30 years ago, Spence continues to live and breathe radio. Over the years, he collected air checks of CBC Vancouver programs he worked on.
We always did hot air live.
Yeah.
Yeah, and but I generally air checked it for my own use.
He has donated much of his collection to the CBC, long forgotten programs from radio's golden age.
The best time was just after television began, because radio was working hard to compete with television.
Skin crawled, I listened, my blood freezing.
It was a losing battle, but they worked hard at it for 3 or 4 years.
But thanks to his work, not a lost battle. The internet age may one day make those old programs available to listeners again. Until then, Spence is their only audience.
This is what I do. This is where I spend a lot of my time and relive old memories and things.
Bob Nixon, CBC News, Burnaby.